ISO 27001 Scope Wording and Clause Alignment Explained. Welcome! Today we'll sharpen your ISMS scope so audits go smoothly and controls actually work. Precise wording prevents rework and budget burn. A clear scope avoids audit disputes because auditors know exactly what's in and what's out. No surprises, no arguments. When you align clauses with controls early, your policy, risk plan, and procedures tell a consistent story, making evidence collection painless. Finally, use measurable, verifiable wording. Think asset IDs, system names, and dates, instead of vague phrases like relevant systems. Precision turns intent into proof, which is exactly what auditors and your leadership need. Start by naming the moving parts. List business processes, locations, and technology that handle sensitive information. Sales pipeline, payroll, HQ office, data center, cloud accounts. Then, state boundaries, exclusions, and interfaces. What's covered, what isn't, and how data flows to external teams or vendors. Finally, link scope to information assets and risks. If customer records live in your CRM, show how that asset maps to threats, controls, and owners. This turns your scope from a map on paper into an operational control perimeter that's defensible during audits and meaningful to your teams. Organization. Acme Limited ISMS covering HQ, London, and Cloud. AWS Account 1234. Covers CRM, Salesforce, HRIS, Workday, Finance Reporting, Power BI, that process customer, employee, and financial data. Includes people, processes, SaaS platforms, integrations, and encrypted backups. AWS Backup Vault Prado 1, supporting these services. Excludes public marketing blog, WordPress, as it stores no confidential data. Risks assessed and justification documented. Interfaces. Third-party payroll provider, API, outsourced society monitoring. Scope boundary is production and staging. Development sandboxes excluded and segregated. Evidence references. CMD BCI 100-160. Data flow diagrams, DFDA CME01. Use includes/excludes with reasons to show deliberate risk decisions. Includes CRM data because it contains customer PII. Excludes blog due to no sensitive data. Specify owners, systems, locations, system names, account numbers, data centers, and accountable roles. Quantify where possible. IDs, versions. Ticket IDs, configuration baselines, policy versions, details auditors can verify. Reference authoritative docs, Annex, CMDB. So every claim has a source. Control, aligned to Annex AID. Asset per, CMDB, CI 142. These power words convert general statements into audit-ready evidence and make maintenance simpler over time. Clause 4 context. Identify stakeholders, customers, regulators, vendors, and their requirements, contractual SLAs, privacy laws. Clause 5 leadership. Publish policy, assign roles, and set objectives tied to scoped assets, e.g., reduce CRM incidents by 30%. Clause 6. Planning. Define risk criteria and a treatment plan that references real assets, like Salesforce and Workday. Clauses 7 to 8. Support/operation. Ensure competence, awareness, documented procedures, and change control for scoped systems. When these clauses speak the same language as your scope, audits become confirmation. not investigation. Clause 9, Performance. Set KPIs, monitoring, and internal audits that target scoped assets. Uptime for CRM. Access review completion for HRIS. Clause 9 also covers evaluation via management reviews. Feed in incidents, risk trends, and audit findings aligned to your scope. Clause 10, Improvement. Track nonconformities and CAPA to closure, again tied to asset IDs and owners. Always tie each clause back to scope assets, so every metric, review note, and corrective action can be traced to a system, process, and control. That's how you prove effectiveness, not just activity. Start with risks, then map each to a specific Annex A control. Example, phishing risk to A.5, XX for policies, and A.8, XX for user awareness. Cite control IDs and procedures, so runbooks and checklists point to exact requirements. Record a rationale, applicable or not. If a control doesn't fit, e.g., no on-prem servers, document why and the compensating control. Avoid boilerplate. Keep evidence ready by linking to tickets, logs, and change records that prove the control exists and works. This mapping becomes your audit GPS, from risk to control to evidence. Craft a one-sentence scope, plus concise bulleted details for assets, locations, and interfaces. List explicit exclusions with justification, so decisions are transparent. Ensure traceability. Risk right pointing arrow control, right pointing arrow clause, and back again with IDs. Review wording with audit questions. What's the asset? Who owns it? Where's the evidence? If your scope answers these in plain language with references, CMDB, policies, diagrams, you're audit ready. Keep it short, specific, and verifiable. Your future self, your auditors, and your executives will thank you.